It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Hi, welcome back once again. Back out another wild camp actually, and back out with people. I'm not on my own for a change. Last week, if you remember, Brian Lomond had a wee solo summit camp, but I'm out with someone that's been on the channel before, but it's been a wee while since we met him, so I think what we'll do is we'll talk a wee bit as I'm walking about who I'm with and what we're doing today. But I'll tell you where I am right now. I'm in a place called Drumochter, the Drumochter Pass actually. We're going up to do 2 Munros. Also the hill behind me there is a Corbett. I would quite like to hit that while I'm on my way home, but I don't know, we'll see. We're going anti-clockwise today, so the aim is to hit 1 Munro and then camp on the 2nd Munro. So there's 3 of us. Like I say, I'll introduce them on the way up. All I can say is if you've watched the Loch Lomond and the Ben Lomond video last week and you've seen the minus temperatures and the ice, this is almost night and day different in 7 days. You know, all the ice and snow is nearly melted, temperatures are up a good whack, it's just completely different. So with that all being said, I'm going to push on and I'll fill you in a lot more along the journey. So let's get moving.
I know. Oh, that's it. These are get decent boots, man. See if I get these.
No, she's the bigger problem. Which money penny? Easy as that. Hi, okay, first actually walking a bit to camera since we got going. We've walked just over 4 and a bit K, and as you see with some overlay, we're just at the point we're about to nip up onto our path. It's quite it's a short path, it's only 400 metres high, but it's quite a wee kind of boggy, dodgy wee thing, so we'll get that done. It's taking a pee. We'll get that done. And we'll check back in further in. And I say, and when we get to the top, as the boys have put their tents up, I'll probably introduce you to who I have today and know what we're up to. But yeah, starting to break up the weather, so fingers crossed we do actually get what we're supposed to get is a blue sky afternoon. Alright, we're at the first plateau. You'll hear it in the mic, but the winds are up about 20 mile an hour at the moment, and there's also cloudy and clag. It's supposed to be a clear summit. Well, that's not happening by the looks of it at the moment, so we'll see, hopefully it blows out. But haven't filmed too much as of yet, just because it's quite a boring walk, to be fair. It's not one of the more exciting ones. I think the next thing I'll do is we'll tag the first summit, show you that, and then crack on to the camp spot, I think. Boys are looking good, eh? Look at them, eh? They beasted that hill. I went in the long way, so as usual I was tagging behind. Right, anyway, I'm going to continue on the walk. Into the mist we go. Summit point there! Jesus, windy! Can't have that in one. idea was this. Fucking is. Oh. Right, let me spin you around. That's the trig point of the second Munro, the one that we're planning and camping on. I'll spin you around and give you a quick tag. As you can see, the blue skies that we were promised is not materialised. So let's spin that on with the boys.
Well done. Well done, man, well done.
There we are. Jamie. Oh yeah. Right, I'm putting this away and we'll go and get some pitches sorted out. Ooh man, it's windy. We've got 33 mile an hour recorded so far, but I've got a bigger issue, and that is my pants have been falling down for the last hour. So I've basically got an absolute Baltic arse cheek, and I can't reach because of my bag. So I hate that being crude, but oh my, it's just, oh, what can I say? It's just, my arse is cold, that's what I'm saying. That's lovely, isn't it? Look at that wee hole there.
Wingsuit right through that.
Look at that. Right the way down. Blue skies everywhere. Blue skies, I say. Oh, aye. Oh, there it is. Oh, there. Met Office, 2 weeks in a row. Bastards. Right. I'm not even introduced you to who I'm with yet. But I'll do Jamie because he's standing next to us. We got Jamie Davis.
Hi guys.
But the one that you've met on the channel before is the one I'll meet later on. Still no tell you his name yet. But it's Stevie Pollock, aka Mountains Peak. So I've met him twice, and we have seen Jamie on a video once before, but he was too fast, fucked off and left me. When was that? Was that the Ben no, oh aye, the Glen Shee?
Aye.
Aye, you boys were away. In fact, I think I caught you all at the last one, the Cairn Tool.
That's right.
But then we were all kind of chatting. But aye, I was at the back most of the time talking to Gavin. I was with Gavin a lot that day. Aye, and then of course, so that leads me on to what I was going to say. So the first time I met Stevie to do a video was on the Glen Shee 6. Remember, that was a year past March. It was actually St Paddy's Day, because I remember giving up my ticket to Stiff Little Fingers to go on that. And I had the Scotland-Italy game the next day, and all, it's a double whammy that weekend. And then a few months later, we went up Ben McDowie and Cairngorm as a wee kind of thank you that Stevie was doing a charity event at the time. And what was fun about that one is that was Caitlin's first ever Munros. So Stevie was actually the first ever person to give Caitlin a hug on her Munro, so she'll never forget that. So it's always a nice wee nod, that one, to Stevie for that one. We thank you, because I was in, I was behind everyone else. But I'll tell you a wee bit more about Stevie. It's a funny story, and we've talked about this on the way up, but I think I'll do it in the tent just in case this is all just wind noise. Aye. Oh. I'll spin you around in a wee second. In fact, you can pretty much see the boys behind me. So the plan is we're pitching here. We're at 922, so we're not massively off the summit, but we're enough that the wind is more like a 15 mile an hour kind of steady pace. It was my decision really made. I just wasn't fancying that summit. I felt like after last week's episode on Ben Lomond, gee whiz, was I no doing that. Before I get started, I need to show you this. Look at this. So, Decathlon have a rating, right? Let me see, I'll zoom into that. They have 100, 300, 500, 700, 900. 900 is what you normally take in a mountain. Look at that. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there, and we'll see him in the morning.
It's only 100, so they take 900. Fucking terrible one. What? Oh, just said to myself, don't run on your guidelines.
Haha, we're up. I've got my foil blanket in already. I'll give you a quick show of that. You can see that or no? Well, you'll know. Aye, there you go. Aye, got foil blanket in. And as it's winter, I'm sticking with the Simone Makaloo 2 for me. So the plan is get everything set up, get something, a wee quick bite to eat. I've got still some daylight. I'll show you some of the boys' tents as well. In fact, I'll show you a bit more now. Obviously, I briefly took the mick out of Jamie's, but look at that. It's one of them fresh and black ones. I'll just put it in now. Aye, look at that piece of work. Coming to a festival near you. Look at that though, actually, in all seriousness, that's solid.
It is.
You know, it's the same material. That they use for doing the pop-up tents, and I must admit, I quite fancy one of them. You know, for lochside camping and stuff. Nice wee tent that. Dead. I mean, you'll sleep in that. It's dark. And then you got the opposite end of the scale. You go from dark to light. The minimalistic dome style tent, very, very similar in terms of design, as you'll see here, to things like the Monger 2 that I have, the MSR Alexa 2, the Hubba Bubba. Forecast are giving us quite a high rating as well. Wind rating about 50, Stevie, yeah?
70 kilometres.
70 kilometres, aye, 52 I think that is, something like that.
Is it as much as it?
Aye.
I don't want to test it. I don't want to get that high.
I've always fancied this tent as a wee summer tent, and that's when I had a choice between this and it was the tarp tent I went for, and I went for the tarp tent just because I hadn't seen anyone else using it, and this edition wasn't in stock, but I love a look at it. And I look at it, just wee details like this, like there. That's lovely, isn't it?
The MSR's no got.
No, it's a lovely detail that.
So you can keep your kit dry.
Aye. It's a four-class thing that, like, and just
plus point.
Aye. Also, you know, you can make that as a wee flat surface for your cook as well. So, so they're just doing the same as I'm about to do, and that's getting kit in. So we'll do that. I just want to show you a bit of the camp now, before it gets all dark and we kind of see hee-haw, and we're all dealing with torchlights, because that was pretty much what last week's camp was. It was all torchlight with the Ben Lomond and then me moaning about the wind and stuff.
Aye.
I think we're all got a slide a wee bit of the night, by the looks of it. I'll be alright. Well, what's he show me? Oh, before I turn off, let me... Oh, they show me something I've already got.
A wee treat.
When did you buy that?
I got it the other day. Have a look.
You got a wee light? Oh, no, piss and hold. Light, 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3, aye.
There we go, lovely. That's my
Aye.
Save my lungs.
So he's got himself one of them. Oh, you can have had that for a while. They're nice, aren't they? Handy as hell. I'll show you sleep setups as well, before we get too late, if it's still light, but I need to get mine set up as well, because I don't like sitting up in the dark. So I'm not going to bother filming into that. I'll get it set up. I'll do a quick overlay now, so you can see how it looks like once it's all set up. And then after that, I then need to start doing guy ropes, because I'll show you like the guy ropes, like they're all loose right now. I haven't given them tighten, so I'll give them all tighten, and then we're good to go. Wow. Bit of a different camp to last week, yeah. I mean, we're seeing nothing, and there's no snow, and it's kind of warm. Yeah, complete opposite. I'm still going to get down gear on and start getting some food on, and then we'll get a wee fire. I think we're going to use some stones and build a bit of a cairn going, and kind of what I did same as last year. You know, just going gwath. Got to get that done. But Stevie's working on it now. But I'm just want to give myself a wee bit of a change of clothes. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to join them.
Fucking running back to the campfire.
Whose idea is this? Oh, so we've just come up to the summit of Sgairneach Mhor, the second Munros, so the closest one to where we're camping tonight. Like I said earlier on, we made the decision to come off the summit slightly to 9:22, I think it is, we're all camped at, just to avoid what was supposed to be heavy winds, but they're not here. It's actually quite a quiet, peaceful summit, to be fair. We could have camped on here, no problem. Obviously we've got slightly less walk home in the morning, but yeah, we could have camped on this. But it is supposed to kick off about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, so we are expecting everything, for the wind, for the rain, just all the kind of shite. So it'll be nice just to get down in our wet gear, a wee bit less to go. So we came up here. Actually, Stevie likes to do a wee thing with a trig point where he does a compass and target he's doing. So we thought, well, we just get it done in the night, and then we're done for the night. So that's why we're all up here. So I just thought I'd give you a check in, but we've been nicely settled at the fire. We're going back to putting our log on, get in, get some chatting, and then I'll join you guys when I'm back in my tent and we're cosy. I just thought I'd say hello and show you the wonderful clear sky view that we've got tonight. It's not at all. I want to do my last bit of calming before I get into bed, actually, but we're just sat. We've got a wee fire on the go. Stevie's built the fire. Get that, eh? Big deal. We're all got our own drinks. Had a couple.
Ribena, promise. It's Ribena.
Aye, that's what it is. Ribena, coloured water, and the rest. And had a couple of wee cup of soups. Warm myself up. A lot of wee soup on the top of the mountain. And then I had this vegan risotto that I found in the car, but because I'm not a vegan, I chopped the sausage, chucked that in it. Job's good. So
De-veganed it.
I de-veganed it, exactly. So I'm gonna get warm, get settled, get some drinks to us and check back in. I'll tell you the wee story later on about what I was saying earlier on about Stevie. And we were chatting about this earlier, but I'll tell you that story later on.
I roughly heard that, and I thought, I wonder what story you're actually
No, it was exactly the same story we were talking about before, eh?
The Ben Mhor one?
Aye, in fact, we'll do it now while we're on the camera. So,
It was Mountain Speak. That was Mountain Speak.
Mountain Speak, aye, it's a different guy. It's a different He's an alter ego, eh? So, when was this? Fuck, was that 3 years ago?
That was
21?
Pre-COVID, wasn't it?
Nah, I think it was in between the two COVIDs.
Oh, is that what it was?
Aye, so I was going up with David Hickson to do Ben Mhor, and I really wanted to know what I was doing, because he was like, I know what I'm doing. I was like, well, I wanted to check myself. So I went on YouTube the night before, and the first thing I clicked on was a Mountain Speak video. He'd been up there doing it. So watched the video, and halfway up it, did we no bump into him on there? You're taking a guy with one leg. Was it 2 legs, one leg?
There's a lassie who's got one arm and one leg. Debbie, she's an amazing girl, like guy. She's got some outlook on life, and a guy called Martin as well. Aye, the three of us were heading up side of Ben Mhor, and you were bouncing down like a kangaroo.
Aye, I was. We were flying up. We had to be snowing. It was great wee day. So that was our first kind of random coincidence, and then about 2 or 3 months later, I was at Whitecombe, just, as I do, a wee wander. I was on one of them days where I took my lunch up there, and as I was sat just kind of watching the view, I looked yonder up Hartfell, and I could see a figure with a duck, and and I was, kind of trying to wave, see they catch my attention. Never really caught my attention.
Big bearded view.
But then that night, did I not go and see a post on Facebook? It was the end of a 2-day trip we've been doing round Moffat. I And I was like, oh, there it is. And it was just the most random coincidence in a couple of month period. And of course, as I said to you earlier on, the wee trips we had, that was last year, wasn't it? March. Last year we did well, I did the 6 and they did the 9. And then obviously me and Caitlin went and did the M3 last June. And then we had Ben McDough last October, year past October. It was a year past October now, wasn't it? A year past October. We did that and that 58 mile an hour winds and all. We almost got that today at one point. But aye, so that was my wee story I've got to tell. Sort of campfire stories. I can't think of any campfire stories and all, but if there is any decent ones, we'll drop you on. But you know, we'll shut off for now and just get a drink.
As I mentioned earlier on, it's a completely different type of camp than what we got last week. Especially when you think about the snow and the ice and the clear views. But nonetheless, it's been a cracking night. We've just been sat for hours chatting, and like I say, we walked up to the summit and gone that ticked off. But yeah, we're all in our tents now. I get to sit for an hour or so, watch a bit of YouTube and that kind of stuff, and get settled. I don't like to get to bed too early, because then it's a long night. So I'll probably go like an hour, I think. I say I've got my phone currently charging, so I've got a bit of kind of podcast on at the moment, and then I'll put an actual video on a wee bit, and then maybe get a couple of things charged up that I need to charge, like the DG Osmo Pocket 3, I think it's about 50 odd %, so I'll put a bit of charge on that now, and I know it's ready for the morning. But yeah, hope you're liking the footage I've been getting off that one. Like I said, I've pretty much used this for most of this footage, and hopefully after this one, the next video will be my video I want to do, where I talk about the type of gear I have, although I also have a couple other videos in the pipeline I want to get done as well, so it depends what order I can put them all in. But yeah, I do want to talk soon about the vlogging gear, but anyway, for now I'm just going to get cosy, get in my bag, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning, which is probably going to be a wet and windy and claggy morning. Oh well. Night guys, see you in the morning.
A few moments later.
Right, so I was actually sleeping and I've woken up. I could hear them giggling and laughing, and I just thought they were talking to each other. It turns out the wind's got really bad. Jamie's tent's just gone. Bombs went through it. I just took quite a video I'll show you now. And I've just heard Stevie saying that his has just done the same. I mean, I'm pretty much like that, absolutely fine all night. I mean, compared to last week especially, you know, my tent's in a much better spot tonight. Like it's, you know, guy ropes are a bit longer, really solid feeling, so I'd be more than comfortable. But they two are saying they're bailing, and I kind of feel like when you come up as a team, you go down as a team. So gonna get packed up, because if they're 100%, I've got to bail and go down with them, and then you know, we'll go in home in the dark. That looks of it.
That's us back in the, well, we've got a wee bridge, and then we're about to hit the path. That was interesting. It's always a bit harder getting down in the dark, but you know, we've made it. Wow, interesting. I think what I'll do is I'll check back in when I get down. One thing I'll say about my tent is last week I was a bit concerned that I wasn't sure if my tent was up to the job after all, you know. But I think it was me. I think I just don't think I put my guy ropes wide enough. Tonight I had my guy ropes really long, really wide, and it wasn't budging. I mean, you've seen the footage I showed of mine, wasn't budging. So I was really happy with that on a personal level. Obviously disappointed for the boys and how it went down there. But right, we're going to push on about half an hour back to the car, and then hopefully get a bit of bite to eat. You know.
Yep, that's when I'm going to end the video. I've just thought I would tie in a little bit to timing wise. So we all went to bed about 9, I think it was, and I pretty much, I mean, I text Caitlin a wee bit, and then by about 10 o'clock I was out, and then it was about 11:30, 12:15 when I was woke up, and it was like a lot of noise was going on, and I wasn't quite sure what the noise was. I was laughing and joking, so I actually thought maybe he was sharing a joke. So I pulled my earplugs out to hear what was going on, and then I could hear them. It sounded a bit more like, Jamie's tent's down. So I popped my head out, obviously filmed it, and Jamie's tent. I don't think the poles have snapped. I think what happened was the poles have come out of their, the little holders that hold them in, in that style of tent. I've got a tent very similar to that at home. I might actually get that out and show you what I mean at some point. And just for the, and obviously his fly had come off, so the whole thing was just like not happening. So when I looked out, he was just basically sat in the inner with the fly hanging off, just like looking like he was like ready to get wrapped up in a Christmas present. So he was done. We were thought about whether or not we put all his kit into Stevie's tent, which is what we're just about to go to do. But then Stevie's vent on his failed on him, and he had a big bend in one of his poles. Like his poles were moving a lot. I mean, I looked over his tent, and you could really see it starting to kind of buckle in. So I heard him shout, and then he phoned me up. He's like, "Oh, we need to bail." And I said, "Okay, mate, let me get sorted out." So give me 10-15 minutes or so to sort myself out, and I got all my bags sorted. And ironically, like you said there on the bridge, I had a really good pitch for mine. Like, it was solid. Like I know we must have been getting battered by about 40-45 mile an hour gusts. Has to have been, because we had the tent up before at 25-30, and they were all right, and I recorded 33 at one point, and it seemed fine with that. But yeah, mine was not moving at all. It was really, really solid. But as I said earlier on there, whenever that was, I really didn't want to leave. If they were bailing, I didn't want to be left there on my own, and then having to come down in the morning when it was going to be, the forecast was rain, wind, etc. So, just made that decision. Just waiting on them now. I'm not going to go and get a McDonald's. It's 3:30 now, just for the continuity. So it took us about an hour 45 to 2 hours to get back to the car. We all had little niggles. My feet have been bugging me for a bit lately. Which was fine. Just tiredness as well. Jamie had a little issue with his knee, and Stevie's was just he went over his ankle at Christmas time there, and it was really bothering him as well. So yeah, we figured we'll just come here, get a coffee, and get some food down us, and then we can work out what we're doing from there. Get home. I'm hoping home for maybe 6ish for me. I'm still about 2 hours away from home. I'm at Perth, just again for continuity, so we're at Perth, which I must admit, the drive in here, if you want to buy a car, Perth's the place to come. Bloody hell, there's a lot of car garages. So you're going to get this and get home. And so on that note, I did say to the boys that we'll sit in there and have a wee catch up, but I think I'll just get it done now when it's done. I'm tired. I was ready for sleep. So now I'm like, whoa, this is going to be kind of a bit of a write-off day tomorrow now, I guess. Anyway, I'm not rambling. I hope you enjoyed this one. Completely different video to what I was expecting it to be. I was going out last night to be in the lakes. Actually, I was planning on having a lakes camp. There was a potential for a cloud inversion, and then tonight there's actually a potential for a high aurora alert. Again, I don't see myself making out for that one anyway. But I might put some extra footage on there if we get one tonight, and I'll put it on my wee camera if it's good enough. But fair than that, thank you as always for tuning in. If you give it a like and subscribe, like I say, it's not at all the kind of typical style of video that I'd want to be putting out. I normally like to have a bit of drone footage and some nice views to look at, and we'd none of that. And I'm not a clickbait type person, so I don't like putting up things like, we were battered by the winds and all. But in this case, say, unfortunately we did actually have tent failures due to winds, so that is what it is, and it happens. But on that note, stay safe, everyone. Do remember to respect the mountains as well. Obviously, we were all very much, we had our safety gear around us anyway. Despite the hiccup with the tents, like we were very much within our comfort zone of getting off the mountain safely. But don't take that as that's good for everybody. We were okay. Some people may not have been all right with that one. Always know your limits. Stay safe. I'll say goodbye from Stevie and Jamie, and we'll catch you in the next one, whenever mine is. Probably the next one's going to be out, possibly with other Stevie again, Stevie Anderson. He's away this weekend, so we're thinking maybe the next couple of weeks we should get out for our next little camp. So we'll see what we can get going. And I've got a few videos on the pipeline I'm working on at home as well. But anyway, take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.